Got a bit bored again and whatnot, and went for a drive. Had a couple of things to do anyway. Trying to make a video on my impressions of living in the city. Whether you know it or not, I did live in the city for a while, not very long. It was sort of about 2 months up at the capital, looking after someone's place, and another 6 months with my grandparents during my apprenticeship. Actually lost my driver's license at one point there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, when I was working in my apprenticeship and living at my grandparents', god damn, I'd go to work, come back, watch TV, maybe have a couple of beers, go to bed, back up again, back to work, and my gosh, you know, so many people I know want to work Saturdays, want to work 6 days a week. I was battling 5 days a week of that out of, you know, boredom, let alone 6 days. It's just, I know you create your own interests and all that, but there's so many people I work with and have seen, they don't go home to do some hobby. They don't go home to really do anything really interesting full on, you know. Some of them do. Some of them maintain hobbies. Some of them, you know, love to fix cars and they go home and keep working on the car and whatnot. Whatever project they've got going in the way of cars at the time, or other hobbies that they may have. But that many that I know live the same life that I lived when I was in apprenticeship. They go home to sit in front of a television, have a few beers, and go to bed, back up it again. And that one day in every 7 that they're not doing that, all they're doing is sleeping in for all the late nights they had in front of the television that were probably a little bit too late, you know, and then they, pot around, do some shopping, wash their clothes, whatever, you know. What a life, like, I can't hack that, you know, and a lot of people say, oh, what's it like out in the country, you know, it must be lovely, but some people go, oh, you know, it must also be boring, we've got all the entertainment here in the city. Yeah, but all of it is artificial. I'm not saying all of it full stop, but you look at, there's so many things. Television, you know, that they got to write a script and make this stuff up, you know, to entertain people. They don't have anything entertaining. I'm not saying everyone, but I'm saying these types that sit in front of the TV at night, and on the weekend, they go to the movies and watch something else on a screen. That's everything you watch on a screen in regards to television and fictional films and fictional television is, you know, a storyline, someone's written it out of a script. It's all created sort of entertainment. Someone's deliberately had to do stuff to keep you entertained. You're not naturally entertained by the going-ons around you, as I have with animals and sheep doing funny little grumpy fits with each other and whatnot. It's sort of one of these things where it's had to be created, this, you know, television and that. And I know that if you're into cars and stuff like that, that's not created entertainment. If you're into messing around with, you know, electronics and all that, it's not created entertainment. But there's so many who do just go back to that created entertainment. And it sort of seems sad that it needs to be created. That's the point I'm getting at, is that it's sad that they need to have someone deliberately make something to entertain them. and they're not sort of naturally entertained by whatever's around them, sort of thing. They just sit there with their tongue hanging out in front of the TV. You know, that sort of life, that is just the end of the earth for me. People go, oh yeah, you know, the country might be a nice place to live, yeah. And some people say to me, oh, we've got everything here in the city. You know, there's a lot of entertainment, yes, all created, if you're talking about movies and television, and all these other, you know, events they have, you know, football and things like that. And, you know, it must be boring out in the country. Oh, you know, trees are boring, animals are boring. Well, it's not. Because if you haven't sort of sat there quietly and watched some of these animals, they get up to things amongst themselves. They do some strange and funny things. And it is a little bit of entertainment just watching sheep and some of the crap that goes on amongst sheep sometimes. But having said that, because you're looking at undeveloped land, undeveloped property, changing seasons, there's always sort of entertainment in it, or a project that you're working on. You know, and I know there's some good things on television, but so many times I sit there and watch TV for 3 hours and then just think, God damn, that was a waste of time. You know, and I'm quite an advocate of putting an axe through your television. You know, I like to watch YouTube, but only because I can sort of, if it bores me, I just click onto another one or search for something different and go for something else. You know, scroll through my subscribers, see what, through the ones I'm subscribed to rather, and see what sort of, you know, if there's anything that I feel like watching. And it's like pay TV that you can change channels and fast forward great chunks of, or just completely skip entire programs. It's like that, you know. So I don't end up sort of watching a whole big string of stuff and then say, well, that was barely worth watching it because I can just change as you can if you get sick of me talking. But yeah, you know, that's sort of my view on city living versus country living. And like, I've had people say to me that they can literally hear their neighbour fart, and it's true. I love the space. I don't like being able to hear my neighbour talking all bloody night, which did happen several times when I was in with grandparents. You know, it's just sirens in the background, cars rumbling up the street. Oh, God blimey, you know. Just give me open space, you know. A lot of room. I love it.